Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike of MMA with Friends. Everybody, please hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I drop a new video or go live like this Saturday. We're less than a week away from Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2. Woo! That's going to be a crazy one. Let's talk about this last weekend, though, and about the light heavyweight situation. Actually, the last 2 weeks. Of course, a controversial decision win for Jonathan Bones Jones. Then you had Jan Blachowicz upsetting Corey Anderson, knocking him out in the first round. He was a pretty big underdog in that fight, especially since Corey dominated him the first time. Jon Jones responded to this. He said that he was happy to see Corey Anderson go down. Glad to see him eat his words because he's been talking a lot of trash. And then he was standing up on chairs there in New Mexico screaming. Jon Jones seems to have a split personality of how to market himself. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. He had this kind of thing before where he was talking about God a lot and then getting in trouble all the time. And then it kind of seemed like he was going to just embrace the bad guy thing with Daniel Cormier. Kind of seemed to be working for him a little bit. And then lately, you know, he's kind of going the God route again and doing this thing. But then he comes out talking trash about Corey Anderson, how he's glad that he went down. I like it when he talks trash. I think that's a good thing. And I think, he said some things after the Dominic Reyes fight that were honest. Maybe he left some things out. But I don't think it was a bad way to handle what happened there, especially given that I believe more than half the people thought Dominic Reyes won the first 3 rounds. So we put a poll up. If you guys haven't seen, a lot of you guys have voted. 121 of you have voted already this morning. Who do you want to see for Jon Jones' next opponent? Jan Blachowicz coming in second at 31. But Dominic Reyes, the highest by far, 56%. So almost all of you want to see either Dominic Reyes rematch or the Jan Blachowicz fight. Jon Jones has weighed in on this. He said he would see Reyes eventually, but he said he thinks that Blachowicz is a worthy opponent, that he made a statement, an exclamation point on that night, and he thinks that the UFC is likely to match those two guys up. And he said he was already sizing up his food. So I think I know where Jon Jones's mind is right now. I put in the poll going up to heavyweight. Doesn't look like he's going up to heavyweight right now, at least until we figure out what's going on with Stipe and DC. If DC could pull off the victory over, if DC could beat Stipe, could they keep DC around for one more fight against Jon Jones? They would probably, throw a car full of cash his way, and he would probably stick around for that one. And I think Daniel Cormier would like to avenge that loss as well. That'd be a great way to go out. But Jan, I don't think Jan was the greatest prospect for this. Before the Corey Anderson fight, it was Corey Anderson was really trying to put the exclamation point, and all of us were saying, hey, if he wins, he should definitely get the shot, because maybe he should have got it after the Johnny Walker fight, or even before. Then he blows that fight, gets knocked out in the first round, taking nothing away from Jan there. But he's a guy that Jon hasn't faced yet. Jon likes new challenges. I don't know how much he would get himself up for Blachowicz. We all know how Jon Jones has done in rematches. I threw Thiago Santos out there as well, of course. I don't know when he's going to be coming back off of injury. The Dominic Reyes fight, I think, is a great fight. I don't have a problem if they give it to Jan at all. Corey was the guy. He was on the stage. Looked like Corey was going to get the shot if he didn't win, and it was almost like a number one contender spot. I won't say like an interim belt because it wasn't. There was nothing wrong with Jon Jones, but it was like a number one contender spot, really. And if that's the case, wins the number one contender spot. Let's get him in there and see what he can do. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments below. A lot of you already did on the community video, but I just wanted to share a little bit of what Jon Jones said after I read some of his comments. Corey Anderson did make a brief statement on social media, just said, can't think about this one for too long. Got to get back on the grind. You got to wonder what Dana White's thinking with him. He was already kind of on White's last nerve, I think. Now he goes down. Could Corey Anderson end up in Bellator? Could they cut him? Could he retire? Who knows what happens? He's only 30 years old. He should have a long career ahead of him. I'm not sure how many fights he has left on his contract, but I think he's getting near. Anyways, guys, let me know anything else you want to talk about coming up this next week as well. Of course, Dan Hooker and Paul Felder. That main card is going to start at 4 p.m. on UFC, so that's going to be a great card. We're going to do a doubleheader this weekend, and Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. I'll get a preview up there for that soon. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.